Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Zandra Gay here, wanting to come to you to talk about my seamless transition from Stella and Dot to Lime Life by Alcone. Many of you that are watching this probably don't know who I am. Again, Zandra Gay, and I'm a lead director here for Lime Life in the US. I live in Connecticut, which is about 1 hour north of New York City. And I am the sister-in-law to Michelle Gay, our CEO. We are married to identical twin brothers, so we work very closely, as you can imagine. Dearest friends, family, and we've been on this journey for a long time now because I was with Stella and Dot for about 8 years as a top executive, an executive director. Really enjoyed my life there, and I worked very hard and was a big seller and had a very big team, led hundreds of women in the US, Canada, the UK, France, and Germany. So I had a very big team. But it was very evident to me that as my life was changing, as my children were getting older, I have 3 children that are currently 10, 12, and 14, that there were going to be needing some changes in my life that I wanted. And I also was very excited to team up, of course, with my sister-in-law and help her develop what was already a very successful company, but be a part of something that is, you really can't get more exciting than all the growth and success that Lime Life has had. And I know that Michelle had watched my journey with Stella and Dot and the direct selling industry, which was sort of the impetus for her taking the family business of Alcone into Lime Life by Alcone in the direct sales industry. So what I want to talk to you about, many of you listening to this, whether you're in the UK, France, Germany, wherever you might be, and those of you that have maybe never worked in Limelight or have never worked in direct sales or are coming from another company, specifically Stella and Dot, there's a lot of differences in the industries. Many of them quite exciting and also really a wonderful part of the lifestyle that I'm really enjoying. So I want to talk to you about that. Number one is the fact that we are selling a consumable product. Working in accessories and fashion, you're selling something that people don't necessarily need, right? It is a accessory, not a necessity. And that is really a huge difference. When I am sharing the products of Lime Life, it is something that people are wearing twice a day, 3 times a day, whether it's the makeup side, whether it's the skincare side. You're also able to market these products to every age. It's from the teens that might have acne and oily skin, all the way up to ladies that want anti-aging. My mother-in-law in her 80s loves our products. We have my father who's in his 80s that love the products, my husband. So it's the men, it's the women, all different ages. But when the day is done, again, we're selling a product that people need. So it is a constant want. I didn't always find that with accessories and jewelry. You were constantly needing to find a new network because people had enough jewelry or they've already bought enough gifts. But this is something when they run out, they want to come back for more. And that's a very big part of the industry that I really enjoy right now because it is joyful to help people with products that make them feel good, that they feel the difference in their skin, for me to watch me helping teenagers, boys and girls, transform their skin. That is an amazing feeling. So I do love that. Not to say that accessories can't make you happy, but again, I'm selling and sharing a product that people need and want and that makes their lives very different. And it brings them a lot of joy. That brings me joy. So that's first and foremost. And, I was always worried that I've always been in fashion. So after college, I worked for Chanel, Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein. I'd always been in fashion. That was my real passion. And so, going into accessories was a very smooth, streamlined transition for me. And I was worried about getting into skincare and makeup. I always thought, well, that's nothing I'll ever sell. I just didn't know enough about it. It didn't make me feel comfortable. I had never done it before. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to have the experience to do well. You just don't. You can see me. I'm not a big makeup wearing person. I sell the natural look of Lime Life. That's my voice in the company. I'm a more natural look, and I sell both evenly makeup and skincare, maybe a little more skincare. and we'll get back to that. But you don't need to have the experience in skincare and makeup to do well. What you need to do, like jewelry and accessories, is like to talk to people. You have to want to share what you're selling. You need to have to want to talk about it, right? So that's what makes someone more successful in this industry, not whether they've actually been in makeup and skincare. And you don't need to be a professional makeup artist. We have so much support and tools to help you learn. I have a team page where I'm constantly posting amazing videos, techniques, other, members of our team that maybe are more makeup oriented, for example, but you just don't need to feel that you have to have the experience in the industry to do well or to be a part of this. And there are so many women that come over from other companies or different parts of the industry, and they thrive. Why? Because they love being a part of the company. They love being a part of direct sales and have it be flexible for their lives, making that financial income for their family. And you don't have to worry. I had a concern that I thought I would lose all my customers. They had bought with me for 8 years with Stella & Dot. Would I lose all those customers? Well, no. They stick with you because it's you, right? They want to go with you. You're their connection. You're the contact. They might miss buying some jewelry, but what I've found is that people really embrace me as their stylist, now their skincare and makeup beauty guide, and I've really had a lot of fun transitioning with me. And the empowering and supportive ways of my customer network, along with so many other people, has been really just so incredible. So I just don't think that should be a concern for people. Everyone uses skincare and makeup. They need it. They want it. So they're going to transition with you as your customer and your network. And what I love is, again, because it's that consumable, they're going to keep coming back for more. They really will. We're a very well-positioned product. One of the reasons LimeLife is selling so well, and you've probably noticed that all we've accomplished in 4 years, and why L'Occitane wanted to partner with us, why we sold 10,000 lip glosses in 90 minutes recently. That is all because we're a very well-positioned company. We have very affordable products. There are a lot of expensive products out there. We're very affordable. People want that. If they're going to continue to use it month after month, day after day, they don't want it to be very expensive. It doesn't need to be very expensive. So LimeLife is very well positioned because of its affordability. Number 2, it's professional makeup that stays on all day. I did my makeup this morning. I'm going to look like this at 4 o'clock tonight. It really is an amazing product, and it's professional, paraben-free, cruelty-free, vegan. I mean, you name it. Not to mention that our natural skincare products are 100% plant-based. That's what people want. Our generation is looking for free from harmful chemical products. And there's very few out there that are like that. And those that are out there, people come to me to say, these other brands, they're very expensive. The makeup doesn't stay on. I don't see any effectiveness from the skincare products. You know what? We are so well positioned. It makes me even more proud because I do see the results and I see it with my customers. And so that even more is a reason why my business, month after month, day after day, is thriving. I'm a top seller for the company right now. And I sold probably about $5,000 in product last month. And I did very few trunk shows. And we're going to talk about trunk shows. But my point is that so much of it comes from that repeat business, from people running out wanting more. We have a very large array of products. So if someone's only using the makeup, you can still sell to them all the skincare. So it really is this amazing process. And it's a very joyful side of the industry to be in. So again, let's talk about trunk shows. So one of the aspects of Stella & Dot in particular, or other direct sales companies, is this constant booking, trunk show after trunk show. It was something that after a long time I was starting to feel very tired from, and it wasn't sustainable for me with the age of my children. I have a very hard time getting out the door at night. It's not something I want to be doing all the nights of the week because I need to be home. I need to be home. And if you're working a full-time job and then coming home, it's very hard for people to get back out the door and do more trunk shows. So one of the joys of transitioning and my seamless transition to skincare and makeup is the fact that your need for trunk shows is much less. I have a very thriving business, as does my team, where it's mostly coming from social media It's coming from personal one-on-ones where I have the makeup set up. You can see right behind me, here's my table. Right there is where I have my makeup set up at all times. I'm constantly booking half an hour, 45-minute time slots where people come to my home. We do one-on-ones. I sell more, and the statistic in our company is that people sell a lot more from those one-on-ones, which are extremely convenient, both for the customer and me, from that, because you get to go through the whole line with them. You'll sell maybe a few $100s, where at a trunk show where you've had to pack up, schlep everything, go to someone's home, leaving the kids at night, and you might not sell as much because, as we know, when people get very social, they might just pick up a mascara or a lipstick. But when you've had the time to really walk through and give them a real consultation on our skincare and makeup, you will sell a lot more. And so I find a very thriving business off those one-on-ones, again, online, a huge percent of just reordering. Again, last month's 5,000 in sales, I'd say a very huge percent was just people running out and needing more. I mean, how great is that? Then, of course, you do pop-ups in stores. For example, here in the US, there's a store called Athleta, owned by The Gap, and I'll be doing a pop-up for their friends and family sale that's going on, and I'll set up for 2 hours in the store. Great way to meet new people. But again, it is not as a necessity to be doing so many trunk shows. So that is it takes a lot of stress off of you in this side of the industry, because you can have a very, thriving business, but it's not that constant go, 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 trunk show, one after the next. And that's another reason why the 5% rewards, some people think, well, gosh, our hostess rewards at Stella & Dart are huge. They get hundreds of dollars in jewelry. And that's because, you know what? You need to be doing the trunk shows. They need to be trying on the jewelry. They need to be lifting it up, and how big, how heavy. It's not like that with skincare and makeup. So the 5% rewards, that's fine, because you know what? You're not doing that level of trunk shows all the time. The product is also so affordable. If they get $50, $60, $100 in rewards versus $250, your mascara is $20. Right? Your skincare, your moisturizer is $28. So you can still get quite a bit of product. The hostess can still feel she's getting free product, but it's not a $200 Pegasus, for example. The other aspect too is that you get a lot of free credits when you're with the company, especially during your jumpstart, which is your first 40, 70, 100 days. Those credits, because you're not turning over your display all the time, all those free credits, like before in accessories, you have 20% new coming in all the time. So you're having to sell the old to get the new. It is not like that. I haven't done one sample sale since I joined with this side of the industry, because you don't need to. When you have a Dream Clean sitting on your counter, you don't need to refill that 20, there's no 20% new. Yes, you have some new products, great. But you have a lot of chances with monthly incentives to earn the free product, now on top of your Jumpstart rewards. And some of those credits is what I use to give to hostesses. So just to be very honest, in case someone has a concern in regard to the host rewards only being 5%, I've never seen that an issue, because again, my business is not based on so many trunk shows. So I just wanted to be very clear about that. And again, because of the affordability and the free credits that I can offer someone, that is it all works out really well. And again, that's another seamless transition, is the fact that I have not had to do the constant trunk show sample sales. That is a lot of time, a lot of work. It's a lot of schlepping. I can pack up my makeup and skincare in one bag. I've got my written materials in another bag. I'm 2 simple totes in and out. I can pack up my display in 10 minutes. Beforehand, when Stella & Dot or other companies out there, it would take me a good 40 minutes to set up. I had 4 bags. It was 2 trips to the car. So again, that was a little bit of an exhausting side of the industry that now I really feel quite joyful to not really have sort of that stress. So these are all points that really make a big difference. Again, also, you can be doing online trunk shows. I do them quite a bit. I do online consultations. That's a very big part of my business, which again, this all leads to a very convenient business, but still thriving, right? So that's all so joyful to be able to still do the online. I do my lives in my VIP group, but again, selling, because again, the generation that we're in, they want high performing makeup. They want natural skincare. They need something for their children. In addition, we don't just have anti-aging and moisturizing or even acne. We have something for skin ailments. Our 40 Cure cream, is amazing for eczema and skin elements. Our One Drop Wonder is amazing for rosacea. So I am able to then market my business to even those with skin elements, let alone acne or, anti-aging. So really is, a very joyful side of the industry. Those are sort of the main points that I wanted to make in terms of what has made me very happy, what has really shown me that it was such a right move for me and so many on my team. So again, if you're coming from another industry, don't be shy about trying. You owe it to yourself to try. You will never know what this is like unless you try. And like I say to so many people, get involved. Join this. It's a very low investment. And in 90 days, you'll be able to see, did you get the rewards back that you wanted? You'll have made back your investment. You'll have been able to find, is this for you? But don't shy away from it. I encourage everyone. It's like I said, even Stella and Dot, 10 years ago when I started, I've been with Lime Life about almost 2 years, about a year and a half now. So almost 10 years ago, I had said no to the opportunity of Stella and Dot. Someone had brought it to me and I had said, no, it's not for me. I've never done sales. And my friend said to me, oh, no, you really need to at least just try this. I really think it's for you. And you know what? It led to an extremely wonderful 8 years, amazing business, wonderful friends. What if I had never done that? What if I had never tried? And now look, here I am with my sister-in-law, living the Lime Life and part of a very powerful company. Lime Life there's so much integrity in what we do, empowering ways, supportive. So whether you're looking for just amazing camaraderie, and again, my international team brilliance, open arms. And it really is so exciting to know all that's to come. And I know the company only 4 years in, we're in our 8th country. We just launched into Germany and it's very, very exciting. So cheers to all of you that are listening. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to me. But I really hope you will think about what it is that you want. If it's something out of your comfort zone, do it. Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the best things that you can do. And sometimes you'll surprise yourself more often than not when you try something new, how joyful and successful it can be. So adios, au revoir, and we will speak to you soon. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.